All right, welcome back. There's two parts of the story, and I'll try to condense them both because it's pretty, not lengthy, but here we go. I'm working gangs in suits and ties. We're checking gang areas for gang members, obviously, and we have a spot that it's a street, and the yards are up kind of high, and they come down, they stop at the sidewalk, and they have a wall about this high, you know, right next to the sidewalk. Okay, the wall comes down, and the yard goes up, and then they have a cutout area where the sidewalk from the street goes up to the house. I'm explaining what it looks like. So we see three guys standing there, and they're gang members, and we're gang experts. So we see this. We rush up on them. We get out. I'm the passenger. I'm the first one out. I get out of the car. It's nighttime. Got a flashlight. Have your hands up. So two in the end go up like this, and you're always watching the hands because you know the feet can't shoot you, the hands can. And we hear clunk, and you know, put our gun. We're screaming out, "Put your hands up!" Well, what the clunk was, the guy in the middle dropped the throwing star. Okay, it falls at his feet, and he puts his hands up immediately. Okay, so we had another unit coming down the street just by chance, and he pulls over on the wrong side of the street. He gets out, and we're cuffing everybody. We don't know what we got yet. They could be armed. So the other guys are searching. Now I'm got the main guy because I'm the senior officer anyway. So I'm doing the guy that dropped the star. I pick up the star, and somebody see on TV. It's a righteous Asian throwing star. Felony. California's felony to have a throwing star. Okay. You can buy them. You can ship them to your house. You can go in your backyard and throw all day long. You take it out on the street, and it's a felony, and cops will arrest you for it. Okay. 120/20 PC. I remember that. I used to book a lot of people for that. Okay. That covers nunchuckas. You can't have nunchuckas. You can take, if nunchuckas there's a waiver. If you're on your way to a nunchucka tournament or someplace where it's righteous, you can explain you might be able to get away with it, but they don't like those things. It's really a gray area, or they book you or not. It's your attitude. And if you're with your family, you're wearing the outfits, and you're going to that's obvious you're going to some kind of a competition. If you're out there at some gang night as gang members, you're not going to competition. You're going to kill each other, okay? Kill other people. Anyway, so I go, oh, throwing star, excellent. And he goes, what are you talking about? No. So I'm sorry, I got you with it. You got nothing? Okay, fine. So while we're doing this, the door opens up, and it's a gang house, okay? We see a tall guy, standing in the doorway, not very far away, and his mom's with him, okay? These are all Latinos, okay? And he's yelling, you guys, there's four of us, there's three of them, okay? You ought to turn around and jump them. You ought to kick their ass. You can't take our friend to jail. He's yelling, you ought to do this. I'm gonna come down there and stop this. We'll take them away from them. And they're all looking at us, and a couple of my guys are going, yeah, go ahead and try that. And talking to the rest of these, and they're already handcuffed, so they're, you know. And I'm looking, I'm going, well, you can't do that. He's threatening us. He's threatening to take the prisoners away. So we call for another unit, and another unit pulls up, and a couple of senior guys that I work with very well pull up, and they get out. What's going on? I said, okay, we got two officers detaining these guys. I got three or four guys around me. Okay, I'm leaning over, and he's yelling the whole time, F word, F bombs. I go, this is what we're gonna do. When I say go, I want you two to run to the backyard so he doesn't get away. That guy on the front door is mine. I'm going to take him into custody. His mom's up there. She might get in the way, so you guys watch her. And when I count to three, we're going to do it. Okay, fine. Sounds good to me. What do you got him for? He's lynching, attempting to riot, all kinds of charges. Let's do it. Okay. So we turn around. We start moseying towards the sidewalk. And I go, three. And the two guys run up. There was a driveway. They sprint up the driveway. And this guy's looking like, what's going on, you know? And of course, when he looks over like that, he looks back. And I'm from me to you from him, okay? I didn't waste no time. And of course, his mother, okay, my mom would never do this, okay, but most moms would not do this. She steps in front of me and goes, you can't touch him, okay? Well, he's backing up, Mr. Macho, a 20-year-old guy living at home, and I just basically come up and I didn't hit her, I just pushed her out of the way, and my eyes are right on him. He is my target. I'm not gonna be, you know, delayed by this. And he's backing up with hands up in the air, and I grab him, and now he starts swinging. Okay, so I got him by the throat, grabbed by his shirt, and I hear commotion, and I hear these two guys are taking Mama down because she's screaming. Okay, she's swinging at the officers, and they take her down. I turn to the doorway, and he's still trying to fight me, and we're kind of waltzing out on the grassy area. And then I did something they taught me, the academy. You grab the shirt, you grab the crotch, underneath the crotch, and you pick them up and you put them on the ground. Okay. So that's what I did. Picked him up. He's like, whoa, because he didn't expect that. I picked him up and just basically planted him. Pretty much planted him. And you ever heard loud knuckles pop? Okay. That's the sound you heard from here. Okay. And that wasn't a good sound. Okay. I even went, ooh, you know, because, you know. So anyway, so once I put him down, he kind of landed chin, chest, but still, it obviously something happened back there. So down he went. Of course, I'm on him, and now he's moaning and screaming, and he's still wailing. Another officer comes over, and we cuff him up. Okay. So we let the other two, ironically, the other two guys that were with the star thrower gets let loose. They have nothing wrong. There's nothing, they're not involved. They're let go. The guy with throwing star went to jail. And by the way, he was on parole for murder. Excellent. Okay. That's another story. He went to parole hearing. He got the book thrown at him, and he's got another 20 years to go, and he's gone. Okay. That's not really a story. Just a side note. The story is this guy on the front porch. So booked his mom, interfering police, and booked him. Okay. So I mean, the supervisor shows up and tell him what happened. He goes, hey, very good. And, what'd you do? Well, I did this. Okay, fine. It's all approved and everything else. 2 weeks, get a subpoena. I go to trial. I get a subpoena, and we arrest him for lynching. Lynching is basically removing a person from police custody and taking him away, from police custody. You can't do that. Or attempt lynch, where you try to do it and they stop you. It's a misdemeanor, but if it's aggravated, it's a felony, and this was aggravated because it was an altercation, and there was a lot of stuff going on here. So, but they charged him with route, which is a weird charge. Never heard of that before. Had to look it up in the book. It's the same thing. It's trying to cause a riot, okay, by asking them to let's kick the officers' asses, let's fight them. So I guess it's more appropriate, I guess. So anyway, so we go to trial, or we go to the courtroom, and the district attorney's reading the report, and he goes, okay, fine. So then here comes the defendant. He's in a wheelchair. Okay, he's got a neck brace. And so I'm going, oh man, I felt really bad now. I said, ooh, what did I do? Well, okay, so I go to testify. And again, you know my opinions about judges and attorneys. So I've been on a little bit now, and I've been in court a lot. And I know how to play these little games with these people, and I don't let them lead me down trails and all that stuff. So he says, well, when you threw my client on the ground, what did you do after that? I said, I didn't throw him on the ground. And of course, he tells the judge, you're not answering the question. And the judge says, I think he answered the question. Well, what do you mean you didn't throw him on the ground? You picked him up and threw him, right? No, sir. The judge looks at me and he goes, the judge puts his hand up to the attorney. And he looks at me, officer, explain yourself. I said, sir, we are taught not to throw anybody. We are taught to grab a hold of people, keep them within our custody, physically hold them, and then place them on the ground. We don't throw anything. You tell me I threw it means I went like that. I don't throw we don't throw people. Okay, this isn't, I go, you don't? No, we don't. It teaches to grab people, and once you grab them and engage them, you keep them with you, and then you put them on the ground. So, what are you saying? I said, well, I placed them on the ground. And he looks at the attorney. That's his answer. Yeah, but you actually threw him. I said, no, sir. I placed him. He goes, well, we're talking apples and oranges here, Your Honor. And the judge, no, he's not. He goes, no, he's not. He said he placed them. You said he threw him. Those are two different things. Throwing means you let go of it, like a baseball, and placing means you grab that baseball and put it on the ground with your hand on top of it. That's what the judge telling him this. So I knew I won the case when the judges disciplining the attorney about terminology. Well, we'll see this in trial, because this is a court trial in preliminary to going to a jury trial. And so they do all these motions and argue and call you a liar and blame the public and all this stuff for different things. And it's just, well, I'm going to hold him to answer, and you can go ahead and bring that up in front of a jury, and maybe, they'll be fine. And that's it. So I get off the stand, and he gives a really poor summation. District attorney says the case stands as it is, and that was it. So we're done. Okay, the judge leaves, and I'm over here getting my stuff, and the district attorney is talking to the defense attorney because they're going to come up with some kind of a thing for the jury trial, whatever. And the DA comes back and says, hey, the guy wants to talk to you. And I go, do I have to talk to him? This gang member, I don't like gang members. And he goes, well, if you want to. I said, okay, let's see what he has to say. I said, but I'll tell you right now, counselor, if he starts challenging me or threatening me like that, I said, I'm walking right out of this place. I said, he goes, no. Okay, fine. So I walk over. This guy's in a wheelchair. Oh, and I found out subsequently, because I asked him before we started, is he permanently hurt? He goes, no, he just hurt his neck. They're putting on a game here they're going to wheel him into the jury trial. He's fine, okay? We asked for documentation that he's paralyzed, and they said he isn't. He just his neck was hurt and just bruised, and that's it. There's nothing, he can walk. Oh, okay, because I felt bad at first. I thought, God, what did I do to this guy? Okay, fine. So now I know that he's just getting ready put on a show, because jury trial, people, is a show. Who can put on the better show, okay? So I walk up there, and he looks up, and he says, and the defense says, yeah, you'd like to talk to the officer? I go, yes, sir. He goes, officer, lean in. I'm thinking, what's he doing? He goes, I'm really sorry. I will never do that again. I go, whoa, contrition. I go, well, sir, I said, I didn't want to do that, but your mom got in the way. I didn't want to arrest your mom. He goes, yeah, she She just in shock. She would never do that ever again. I said, well, good. I said, my mom wouldn't do it. Would your mom do it? And no. So, sorry about that. I'm sorry this happened, but you decided what you were going to do. You started the yelling. You started resisting. Then you started fighting. I'm sorry, but that's what happens. I know. Okay. All right, thank you. And they rolled him out, and DA goes, we handled that very well. I said, well, what am I going to do? Tell them la 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 la, beat you up? That's not our job to beat people up. Our job is to give us as much force as they give us. That's what you're supposed to do. There are officers that give too much, and that's fine. I mean, not fine, but it's wrong sometimes. But I only gave what I was given. If he fights me, I fight him. If he swings, I swing. That's how you do it. It's kind of it's a game. Not really a game, but it's a physical. You give as much physicality as you need to put him on the ground and to arrest him, and that's what was needed. So I didn't get a subpoena, so he pled guilty to a bunch of other charges, and it was over. I mean, for me, I forgot the next day. I'm got things to do. I'm busy. Not that I didn't care. It's just that I've done my job. I move on. Let other people worry about the court and all that stuff. That's not my job. All right. Anyway, so yeah, Mom got involved here. Oh, what a bummer. Anyway, so Mom, don't do that, man. You go to jail. Okay. Hope you enjoyed that story. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.